Hey, I'm Todd. Thanks for choosing to watch my video, and if you would subscribe it, like it, all that stuff, that'd be great. Otherwise, enjoy the video, and I hope it gives you the information you need and is helpful to you. Take care. So I do get a lot of comments with people saying I have saved them a lot of money, and I do get questions, hey, can I send you some money somehow? And now there is a way, if you so choose, called fan funding. You'll find it on the channel page right there. So this is a 2013 Hyundai Elantra doing the rear disc brakes, brake pad replacement, and a rotor replacement. Just kind of slide out. On this vehicle, we found the inner pads are wearing more than the outer pads. However, the caliper slides, which are free. You can see that. These are caliper slides. I'm going to take these out of these boots. Apply some grease as needed if you have it. Buy some caliper grease. Piston's also collapsed already. Let's back up a little bit. I'm going to take the tire off. We got 5 lug nuts, 21 millimeter. All bolts and nuts, everything we're dealing with is left to loosen, right to tighten. So on the ground, you can go ahead and loosen your lug nuts, 21 millimeter. Break them loose a turn or two, and then go ahead and jack up the vehicle. Take the lug nuts off the rest of the way. Take the tire off. Next, we got the caliper on here. 2 14 millimeter bolts, one here and then one below. We'll take those off. Also, left to loosen, of course. Got those off. Then use a screwdriver and pry this off. It might slide off, but mine will put it stuck on pretty well, so this will just come off. Got the e-brake on there. As we already talked about, these slide freely. Then we have a 14 millimeter bolt here and a 14 millimeter bolt down here. We can take those off also to get the caliper bracket off, and we can get the rotor off as well. So that's kind of where we're at. So I'll be taking these off, and we'll take the rotor off. All right. So we took the 2 Phillips bolts out. Here's some of the tools I'm using. Talked about impact driver, hammer, Phillips screwdriver, ratchet with 14 millimeter. Probably all you need. I'm using a needle nose, but you may need a special tool for collapsing this. See, it's got little notches in there. You want to turn this piston, caliper piston, you want to turn it clockwise. And I just put my pliers in there and turned it. It turned in pretty nice for me. So I want to try and line up those notches with this hole so it's even. You see how it is? It's kind of my finished position. So turn that in a few turns until it's basically bottomed out here. And we're ready to put things back together. Alright, so we cleaned it up a little bit. We can take these off. We can clean these up or replace them. We have new ones, so we'll replace them. They just kind of pull out. Just like that. Just like that. old brake pad with the wear out indicator. Get you the torque spec. We'll tighten those up. Alright, so for the caliper mounting bracket, it's 50 foot-pounds for that bolt back there, about 20 foot-pounds for this bolt here for the caliper, and then about 79, 80 foot-pounds for the lug nuts. Again, all bolts are, everything's left to loosen, and then to tighten, to turn to the right. Righty-tighty, lefty-loosen. And then we'll go to the master cylinder and check the brake fluid. So next to the battery is the brake master cylinder right here. It does have a maximum on it and a minimum down here. So after doing the front or rear brakes, go ahead and pump the brakes a few times. You can check your fluid level on here. You shine a light through it, you can usually see. Mine's a little bit above the maximum, so maybe I'll take a little bit out. We have a suction device. There's a little red cap in here. A screen to keep chunks out of there, which is good. So, again, just don't want this overflowing, just making a mess. So, keep an eye on this fluid level. You can maybe collapse the piston a little bit, and when it gets up high, you can use a clean rag or something and absorb it, or a suction device right here. But this is something you need to check and watch the level. So just make sure it's between the minimum and maximum, and pretty close to the maximum when you're done doing the brakes. Put the cap on. When you're done, you twist and pull off just like that. So that is basically everything I think you need to know for your Hyundai Elantra rear brake job, pads and rotors. Good luck to y'all.